crazy idea in my mind that why not to speak, why not to take the check of your thought, why not to check the endurance of your mind. I have not prepared it. I have not prepared any topic. I have not a script in my hand. Whatever I would be speaking, it would be completely raw. It would be completely unfiltered, and I would be speaking it directly from the words that I would be getting from my subconscious mind. Have you ever done something crazy in your life? Have you ever done something unique or different? If you have not done, you must try to do it. So I was sitting on my chair and I got this random idea. I have spoken for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, or 40 minutes, but for 60 minutes straight, I have not spoken. I have not prepared, or I have not even tried to do it. It's the first time I'm trying, and I'm trying it live. I have a clock just beside me so that I can show you the time when I would be completing 1 hour. It's right now 4:35. If you can look at the clock, 4:35. So when we would be completing this session, it would be around 5:35 or 5:40 if I am not wrong. And in between that time means 4:35 to 5:35 or 5:40. I would not be stopping, I would not be taking pause, I would not be drinking water, and I would be standing straight in front of me, in front of you. As you can see that today I'm also not sitting on my chair, I'm just standing in front of you. So as I have said that I would be speaking, or I would be delivering whatever I get in my mind. It would be random thoughts, it would be random stories, it might be random examples, it might be random observations. I don't know. I myself don't know what I would be speaking at 50th minute or 20th minute. I don't know what I would be speaking at 40th minute of the video. But I know one thing for sure, and that one thing is I will definitely be speaking. So let's check how far I can go. Let's check how much dimensions that I can take out from my mind, from my thought. I have always believed that one can have infinite dimensions, one can have infinite point of view or perspective regarding any kind of topic. There are thousands, lakhs of the topics in this universe. One can speak on any topic in any kind of way he or she wants. And I also want to tell you one thing, and that one thing is uh, I have kept my camera, I have kept my mobile phone on the tripod, and I'm recording in the portrait mode by the rear camera of the mobile phone. So the screen of the mobile phone is in the opposite direction. So whatever you would be commenting, I won't be able to look at that. Whatever you would be saying, I won't be able to look when I am live. But when I would be completing this live, I will definitely be able to reply on whatever you have said, on whatever you have commented, right? So let's check the capability of my thought, capability of my mind, uh, capability of whatever I have in the subconscious mind. The very first thing that I would be talking is the purpose. I will be explaining you how purpose matters, and how can someone chase the purpose, or how can someone find the passion of his or her life. I may be speaking on philosophical topics. I may touch the religional topic. I may touch the scientific topic. I may be speaking on physics, chemistry, maths. I may be speaking on daily observations. I may be speaking on scriptures. I may be speaking on some sort of observations that I have made in my life, or the learnings that I have got. I can speak on anything. As I have said that I don't have anything prepared. It would be completely unfiltered. It would be completely raw. So by using this, you can also have the check of my personality. You can also have the check of my thought process. You can also have the check of what kind of person I am. Because when someone speaks without preparing, when someone speaks without having the script in his or her hand, then he would be speaking completely his character or personality. So let's get started. Many times you would have heard many people saying that you should be chasing what you love. You should be doing what you love doing. You should not be doing something that you don't love to do. But have you ever thought, how can someone find the purpose of his life? How can someone find the passion of his life? Is it that easy that today night you will sleep, and tomorrow morning you will wake up and you will have your purpose in the hand, you will have your passion in the hand. It's not that easy. What I personally believe that everything in the life requires effort, everything in life requires energy, everything in life required some sort of time. You have to put that time, you have to put that energy, you have to put whatever it requires to get that purpose. And even if you are able to find that purpose, then after, the journey is not going to be smooth, the journey is not going to be simple, the journey is not going to be full of flowers. It would be difficult, it would be challenging. But as it is said that if you would be loving to do it, if it is the call of your heart, then you would definitely be able to face every kind of challenge that comes to your way. Now, how can someone find the purpose? How can someone actually get the passion of his life? There is a saying in the book called Alchemist, written by Paulo Coelho, that there is a treasure that awaits everyone. We are the humans and we have taken the birth on this motherland earth. There must be some purpose of your life. There must be some reason why you have taken the birth on this motherland earth. And who is going to tell you the reason? There is no other people who is going to tell you the purpose for which you have born. It's not going to be your parents. Your parents won't be telling you it is the thing that you should be doing. Your siblings will not be telling you that it is the stuff that you should be pursuing. Your friends will not be telling you, your colleague will not be telling you, your peers will not be telling you that it is the activity that you should be doing. Then who should be telling you that it is the activity that you should be doing? It's you. It's the call from inside that should be telling you that yes, it is the activity that you want to do. So now the question comes, how can actually someone know that it is the calling of the heart? How can someone know that yes, it is the exact thing that I wanted to pursue? As I have said that it's not that easy that you will sleep in the night and when you will wake up early in the morning, you will have your purpose in the hand. It doesn't work like that. You will have to try a lot of different things. It is possible that when you would be trying to do different things, when you would be trying to pursue different things, you may start liking different things. You may have your heart in dancing, you may have your heart in singing, you may have your heart in drama, you may have your heart in playing in athleticism, you may have your heart in poetry, you may have your heart in writing, you may have your heart in speaking. Whatever you like, you should go on to try. And it is 100% possible that at the same point of time you would be liking many different things. At the same point of time you would be liking different stuff. There is nothing wrong in that. You should go on to try everything that you like, everything that you want to attempt. You should be writing down, okay, I love writing. You should write it on your paper. If you think I love singing, you should write it on your paper. If you think I love performing, you should write it on your paper. If you think I love performing on the stage, I love drama, you should be writing on your paper. If you think you love poetry, you love writing poetry, you should also be writing it on the paper. Everything that you love, you should be writing down on a paper. Then try to attempt it. Whatever possibility, whatever opportunities that you get in that field, go on to attempt. If you have got the opportunity to perform on the stage, go on to perform. If you have got the opportunity to write on something, write. If you have got the opportunity to participate in any kind of sports activity, if you have got the opportunity to participate in any kind of game, go on to attempt it. Believe me, when you would be doing it, when you would be giving you 110% in every activity that you would be performing, as the time passes, things start getting filtered. You will start focusing on the things that attracts you most. Earlier, all those things were attracting you. But as the time progresses, you will start finding that, okay, these are the stuffs that attracts me more. Earlier, you will have your interest in 10 activity. Later on, you will have your interest in 5 activity. And later on, you will have your interest in 3 activities. And as the time passes, it may take 1 month, it may take 1 week, it may take few days, it may take few years, it may take years as well. Listen me carefully, it may take years, but believe me, it will all be worth it. At the end of the day, you will have one activity left in your hand, and that one activity is what we call purpose is. That one activity is what we call the inner calling is. That one activity is what we call passion is. And as I have said, it's not something that you are going to do instantly. It's not something that you are going to get instantly. You have to make effort, you have to try, you have to hustle. You will fail once, twice, thrice. You will cry, you will feel alone, you will feel depressed, you will feel a lot of different kind of negative stuff. But for your calling, but for your purpose, you have to do it. You have to go through all these kind of phases to get that one purpose, to get that one passion. As I have said, believe me, it will all be worth it. Anyone and everyone who have done great in the society, who have done something for their society, who have done something for the nation, who have done something for the human civilization, who have done something great for the world, who have left deep mark on the human civilization, they all say one thing: you must be chasing your purpose, you must be chasing your passion. But for finding that person, but for finding that passion, it may take months, it may take days, it may take years, it may take thousands of the failures, but you must do it. If it would have been easy, everyone would have been following the purpose, everyone would have been following the passion, everyone would have been able to make the impact on the society. But no, there are few percent, there are 1 to 2% who goes to make the mark in the society, and these are the people who go on to get remembered in the upcoming times. So if you want something great, you have to sacrifice, you have to go through all these kind of phases, you have to go through all these kind of situations which eventually do not break you, which eventually do not demotivates you, or which do not eventually puts you down. It is something that always strengthens you, it is something that always makes you more powerful. Let's take an example. There is a person A, there is a person B. One person A have faced 100 problems. Person A have gone through so many problems. As I have said, that he has overcome 100 kind of obstacles. And there is the person B who have faced only 10 problems. See, person A have faced 100 problems, person B have faced 10 problems. And after completing or after facing the 100 problem, and then there is the person B after completing or after facing the 10th problem, who do you think would be more powerful? Who would be think would be more would be having more strength? The answer is very clear. It's the person A who will be having more power, who will be having more strength, who will be having more paths, who would be having more kind of an energy. Just because that person have not faced that kind just because person B have not faced so many problems, he won't be very weak, but in comparison to the person A, he will be lot down. It means if you are going through the struggle, if you are going through the problem, if you are finding it really problematic, don't give up. Just keep on heading, keep on trying to improve it, and there will be a day when you would be finding that yes, it was all worth it. So in the context of this topic, I would just say, whatever you are doing, try to ask yourself that is it actually the stuff, is it actually the activity that you have always wanted to do, or is it something that you are following just because others have said you to follow it? It is the common thing in our society. Someone will come to you and will start offering you, will start giving you advice that okay, you should be doing this, you should be doing that, you should be you should be pursuing that activity, you should be going through that path, you should not be doing this, you should not be doing that. You will have a lot of people around you who would be suggesting you to do this activity, to do that activity. But at the end of the day, what matters is your own thought. At the end of the day, what matters is your own capability, your own potential. If you have your heart in it, go on to follow it. If you don't have your heart in it, if you don't like doing it, stop it as soon as possible and try to get something that actually have your energy, that actually have your heart. That's all I have to say. Now let's get into the other topic. It's the second topic of today's 1 hour session. It is something which you would really relate. It is something that practically belongs to your life. It is the job, it is the society, it is the passion. Job, dream, passion, and life. What do you think? should you be doing job, or should you be doing something creative? As an Indian, as a citizen, and as an individual in my society, what I have observed that people getting job, or people getting or pursuing any kind of profession, any kind of government profession, they are applauded so much. They are admired like king. But is it actually the way that anyone who pursue, anyone who go on to give the government examination, anyone who pursue the government profession should be only the person who get applauded? The answer is no. See, every kind of society has its own ideal. Every kind of society has its own dream world. It doesn't happen that if the society is able to look at this level, then the level at this does not exist. There is always a better level that exists. There is always something above that level which exists. Just because the society is unable to just because the society is unable to see that level, it doesn't mean that level doesn't exist. It exists. But just because there are people who are only able to idealize it, there are people who are only able to see at this place, at this level, they start idealizing it, they start admiring it. Why I am telling you all this? What is the meaning of all these steps? I am telling it just because of the reason that you must follow what you like. If you want to become a civil servant, and if you want to pursue that profession, then you should go on to attempt the examinations. You should go on to become officers. If you want to become a policeman, or if you want to become a bank manager, if you want to become a bank employee, if you have your heart in that job, if you have your heart in that profession, you should do that. There is nothing wrong that for running the nation, for running the society, we also need the employees. We also need these kind of professions. If there won't be any kind of bank employee, if there won't be any kind of civil servant, if there won't be any kind of government employee, how the society runs, how the society will actually work? But you need to ask yourself this question, that I am pursuing this profession because I like it, or because of the reason that someone other has came to me and said that you should pursue this profession, and then I am pursuing it. These are the two big questions that you need to ask. The first one is, I am pursuing it just because I like pursuing it, just because I like doing it, or am I pursuing it because someone other has come and said me to pursue this profession? If you are getting the answer that I have been affected by the thoughts of other people, I have been affected by the opinion of the other people, then you must change it as soon as it is possible. Because it's the life, my dear. You are not going to get hundreds of the years to live. Every second it is moving, every second it is passing. The passing time is not seconds, the passing time is not hour, the passing time is your life. So if you go on to waste it, if you go on to do something which you don't like, you will be regretting. At the end of your life, you will be thinking that I have not done something which actually satisfied me. I have not done something which has actually made me feel that the life was worth living. There are so many people who get trapped, in this loop of getting the job, loop of fulfilling the dream, the aim after getting the job, loop of getting rich, loop of filling or paying the EMIs and getting the loans, and a lot of different stuffs. I respect everyone. I respect every kind of profession, but I just want to say that you must be following what you love following. As I have said that there would be problems, there would be situations, there would be time when you would be feeling like whatever I am doing, is it right or not? There would be a lot of self doubts, there would be a lot of obstacles in your way when you would be when you would be trying to find your passion, when you would be trying to find the real calling of your life. But believe me, It would only take 1 year, 2 year, or 3 year, or 4 year. After 4 years, you will be really satisfied. You will be really happy. The whole life will go in a pace that you would love riding on. But if you are not doing the thing that you love doing, then you will always have a sense of regret in your heart. And in the last phase of your life, when you would be taking last breath, when you would be on your deathbed, you would be asking these questions to yourself, that whatever I have pursued, whatever I have done, was it worth it? Was it something that I really liked? Then the answer that you will be getting, you know it very clearly. If the answer would be no, then it won't be good. But if the answer is yes, there is no need to tell that you would be dying happily. Right? Sorry if I am using extreme words, but death is the ultimate reality. We all are going to face that reality one day. If you are 30 years, if you have 30 years age right now, you might live for 40 years, 50 years, 60 years, 70 years, who knows. My is, if I'm in my 20s, I have only, if I'm going to live for 80 years, I have only 60 years in the hand. Who knows I'm going to live how much. I might live for 50 years, 40 years, 30 years, or 70 years, whatever it is. So the conclusion of this topic that I have just spoken on, that is job, life, and society. The conclusion is, you must be following what your actual passion is, what your actual calling is. You should not be doing something just because someone has advised it. You must not be doing just because someone has told you to do it. You should be doing that stuff because you were the person who have told you to do that activity. Now, the third topic which I'm going to take, third topic of today's 1 hour session is time. Time. Time is something that can't be explained exactly. Yes, you heard it right. If you try to define time, there are so many definitions about time. If you try to Google this term, time, you will have thousands of the definitions. If you go on to read any kind of book, you will have numerous definitions. If you go on to ask the different people around you what you understand about time, what you actually understand regarding this term, then you will have different opinions. Everyone will tell the definition according to his or her perspective. But what the exact definition of time is, it can't be actually mentioned, it can't be actually delivered. So if I'm going to tell you the definition of the time, it means I'm giving this definition by my perspective, by my opinion. So I have been told, it's not only I have been told, we all have been told in our school, in our junior academics, time in the form of tense, right? There are 3 phases of time, that is past tense, present tense, and future tense, right? Something which has passed, it is called past tense, and something which is actually going on, then it is called present tense, and which is about to come, it is what we call future tense, right? Past, present, and future. Have you noticed something interesting, that every second the present is becoming past, and every second the future is becoming present? The moment I have spoken this, some of the seconds have become the past, some of the seconds have become present, and some of the seconds are about to become the future. See how interesting it is. But still we ignore the value of the time. I would be trying to tell you how you actually need to value, how you actually utilize the time. You should not be just using your time, you should be utilizing your time. See, we all are going to die one day. As I have said just a couple of minutes back, death is the ultimate reality. If you are 10 years old, if you are 20 years old, let's say if you are 25 years old, how many time you have in your hand? You can't even tell. Life is unpredictable. You don't know what is going to happen tomorrow. You don't know what is going to happen the next year. If you say that, okay, I'm going to live for 80 years, it means it's your illusion. If you say I'm going to live for 30 years, I have 5 years in the hand, it's your illusion. The maximum life that you may live, it might be 26 years, 27 years, 28 years. The maximum life that I would live, it may be 25, 30, 35, 40. Yes, it's the truth. We should not be ashamed talking about these kind of things. If we would be ashamed talking about these stuffs, who else is going to talk? Who else actually going to understand it. So now when we know that time, we have limited amount of time, we are not going to live on this motherland earth for eternity. There would be a specific time, there would be a specific day, there would be a specific year, month, there would be a specific hour, there would be a specific second when we would be breathing last time on this motherland earth. Believe me, don't you think it is something that should scare you, that should actually haunt you? When I'm saying it should haunt you, it means it should always be reminding you that you have limited time in your hand. You don't have 200 years, you don't have 100 years. So now when you know that there is a specific second, minute, hour, day, there is a specific week, there is a specific month, there is a specific year in which you are going to die, and every second you are heading towards that year, you are heading towards that month, you are heading towards that instant of time when you would be breathing last time. So now when you know that it is actually limited, then you actually understand that you should not be wasting your time into something which is unnecessary. You should not be wasting your time into something which is actually not worth giving your time and energy. Then what you should be doing? You should be doing something that actually makes you feel happy, that actually makes you feel satisfied, that actually make you feel at peace. We all are chasing happiness and peace. You are earning, you are trying to earn so much, you are trying to become rich, you are trying to become this, you are trying to become that, you are trying to have this profession, you are trying to have that profession, you are trying to have this much money. All these things we are trying to do so that we can have happy life, so that we can have a satisfied life, so that we can be at peace. Tell me, any one of you, are you chasing all these things? Are you trying to do all these things just because you want to keep yourself sad, or you want to keep yourself unsatisfied, or if you want to keep your life in problem or any kind of obstacle? The answer is no. We all are doing it so that we can actually make our life at peace, at happiness. We can make the things comfortable. So when you have actually understood that now I have limited time, then you must sit, you must carve everything on the paper, you must write down, okay, this is the time which I would be using for this, and this is the time which I would be using for this. This is the year I would be doing this, and this is the month I would be achieving this. It should be completely planned, it should be completely organized. What happens when you write any kind of examination? You have actually categorized, okay, in this much time I would be attempting these questions, in this much time I would be attempting these questions, and in this much time I would be attempting these number of questions. So at the end of 1 hour, you will find that you have actually completely attempted your questions, and you have not left it, and you have actually got good marks. This the same thing happens in our life. Time is limited, we have only a few years in our hand, so we must have written down it on our paper that, okay, it is the stuff that I will be doing, it is the thing that I will not be paying my mind or time or energy to, it is the thing that I am going to achieve, it is the thing that I am going to live. When you will have this clarity of your thought, when you will have this much clarity in your plan and in your life, believe me, you will be able to utilize you will be able to utilize the time. You will not only be using the time, you will be utilizing the time. And I always believe that time should always be utilized. It should not be just like, it should not only be used, it should be utilized in the right manner. So we have actually understood deeply about three things. Right now I would be trying to enlighten you on the topic of journal writing. It is one of the best thing that I have ever found. It is one of the best thing that I have ever learned. It is one of the best thing that I have ever actually done it and found the result. You must have seen many people, you must have seen many great people, many kind of people who have done good things, many people who have left the mark in the society. They have actually suggested every time that yes, you should go on to write your thoughts on the paper, you should go on to write the journal. What is journal? writing your thought actually on the paper is what we call journal writing, is writing down whatever is going on in your mind, whatever you have done, whatever you have learned, what is about to you are about to do, is what we call, it's all comes in journal writing. Why you need to actually do it? There are thousands of the thoughts that come in our mind in one day. In 24 hours you don't even remember. Can you actually remember what was the thought which was occupying your mind just 1 hour back? Can you actually remember what was the thought that was occupying your mind uh, 1 day back? You don't even remember. You don't remember what you have done in the afternoon or in the night, or what you have done 1 week before. We only remember few things, few selected things, and those things are the things that have actually made us feel different. That's why we remember those things. So when we have thought in our mind, when we have something important in our mind, we have a lot of irrelevant things in our mind, but sometimes it happens that we have relevant stuffs in our mind. So if we have something important in our mind, we must write it down on the paper so that it just do not fades away with the time. Because after sometimes you will have another thought, after sometimes you will have another thought, influx of thought will be always there, it will be the reality every time. So in that influx of the thought, you do not forget the stuff, the thought which was important. That's why it is suggested to write. And when you have written down something, when you have written down something on the paper in the bullet point form or in the paragraph form, you always have the opportunity to visit, you will always have the chance to actually understand what you have written, what you have actually understood, what you have actually learned, and have you ever applied it? Have you actually made it the reality? Have you tried to make that thought the reality? If yes, then you will take that. If not, then you will try to attempt that thing again and again. So when you do it consistently, you would find a change in yourself, right? Because every time it would be you reminding yourself that it was the thing that you had to improve, and it is how much you have improved, and it is the percentage that you will have to attempt tomorrow, because you have planned everything 100%, but today you were only uh, you were only be able to apply 50% or 60%. Now 40%, the percentage which is left, you will be attempting it again tomorrow. If you are able to improve that 40%, you will go on to include something more. Like this, you will make yourself a better person every single day. You won't be able to make yourself perfect. Let me tell you one thing by journal writing. There is nothing in this world that you can call perfect. There is nothing in this world that you can call absolute. There is nothing in this world that you can call, okay, it is the perfect thing, it is the best thing, or above this, that there don't exist anything. There is always the possibility of something better. There is always the possibility of something perfect, right? But perfect, the word itself is a myth, the word itself is a illusion. See, there is a person who have earned 10 crores in 1 month. There is a person who have made actually a turnover of 10 crore in a month. Now in the eyes of the society, there is a person who is earning 60,000, 70,000, 80,000 a month. In the eyes of that 80,000 earning person, having 10 crores in a month in a bank account would be something which would be perfect. Don't you think that the difference between 80,000 and 10 crore, this difference would make this person realize that, okay, this person is having perfect life, this person is having perfect number of number this person is having perfect number in the bank account, this person is having a lavish life that could be perfect in every kind of dimension, in every essence. But from the perspective of that person, would it be perfect? No, because above that person there is another person having the monthly turnover of 100 crores, and before that, and above that person there is a person of having a monthly turnover of 200 crores, 300 crores, 500 crores, or 1000 crores. There is always the possibility of becoming better. If you think that it is a perfect body that anyone can achieve, there is always the possibility of reason, possibility of existence that there would exist another person who will be having better body than that person, then what we should do, we should always be striving for something better. We should always be trying to improve. Today you have done this, and tomorrow whatever you would be doing, it would be better than whatever you have done today, right? Like the day which I am living right now, I would be trying to make myself better than my previous day. I would be trying to make the things better than the activities that I have done previously. That's the simple goal that I have to keep. I don't have to chase anything extraordinary. I don't have to chase anything exceptional. Okay, I'm going to make myself Ambani in one day. I'm going to make myself, the perfect one in one day. Nothing happens in one day. It takes time. You will have to go through that process. Only then you would be able to make yourself the kind of person that you want to make, right? So strive for betterment. Never ever strive for perfection. Perfection is the myth, and you will feel exhausted if you keep on comparing yourself with someone perfect, with someone having lavish life, luxury life. Then you would feel demotivated. You will lose the energy of the life. But if you are satisfied with your life, satisfying with the life, it doesn't mean okay you are sitting silently or sleeping on your bed not doing anything and saying that okay, I am satisfied with my life. Satisfaction doesn't mean that. Satisfaction means whatever resources that you have got, whatever kind of things that you have got in your life, your parents, your loving ones, you have your healthy life, you have your healthy body, you have your healthy routine, then you must be feeling grateful to God for that, right? Now you have got the platform. Now from this platform, it's your responsibility to raise the level. It's your responsibility to raise the situation, to raise the actual position that you have to go, and it is unlimited. There is nothing in this world, as I have already said, which is absolute, which is exact, that it is the only level which you can reach. There is always the possibility of rising above the different level. You just have to keep on striving for betterment, right? I think I have spoken on more than 4 topics, and my throat is getting dried, right? And I have promised myself that I won't be drinking water, right? I just want to check the endurance of my thought. I want to check the endurance of my mind, how long I can go. Can I check the time? Let me tell you what it is right now. Oh, we have already spoken for I think more than 30 minutes. It is right now 5:12. Let me show you the time. It is 5:12. We have to continue this session, I think, for 20 more minutes. I think 20 to 25 more minutes. And there is more things that I can actually speak. Now we would be understanding the dimensions, why it is always said that there is always the possibility of hundreds of the solution in any specific question. Why it is always said that one problem can have numerous solutions, infinite solution. Infinite, the term INFI, if I'm not wrong, infinite, INFINITE. Actually, I have spoken for 30 minutes, so that's why the mind is getting little bit slow. It's not getting little bit slow. I'm trying to keep the level high. So as I have said that there is always the infinite possibility, or there would always be the existence of infinite in every kind of situation. If you have any kind of problem, then it means you will have the solution as well. If you have the question, it means you will have the answer as well. It might be sounding very ideal. It might be sounding very motivational or inspirational. Let me clear one thing, that I don't want to sound motivational. I don't want to sound inspirational. Motivation is myth. You are not going to find any person who have done something just because he has the motivation. It's the resilience, it's the determination, it's the discipline that takes that person from here to here. It's never the motivation that takes you from here to here. Motivation can work for you for few minutes, for 5 minutes, 3 minutes, can work for you 1 hour. If you have to do it consistently, then you will have to chase the discipline. So I was talking about the infinite possibility. There is a term which is called dimension. right? We have only right now three dimensions like length, breadth, height, but scientists were trying to find the fourth dimension or fifth. Have you watched Interstellar movie in which there was a possibility of fifth dimension? So, and how all kind of situation were shown in that picture. I was even unable to understand the 40% of the picture, but yes, one thing that I have got from that picture was one thing that I got fascinated from that picture was that there was something called the concept of fifth dimension. That's the different thing to talk. We would be talking about it later. What I am saying that there is always the possibility of having numerous answers to different kind of questions. Let me clear it to you by giving an example. You are living in 25th year of 21st century, right? We are living in 25th year of 21st century. I think at the end of the 25th year, we would have lived, or we would have completed one fourth of 21st century. Means 25 years has already been gone. Now imagine yourself in 1950. You are living in 2025. Use the time travel machine and go in 1950. What would be the situation at that point of time? Would I have been able to communicate with you all in this same manner? No. At that point of time, we will not have any kind of phone. At that kind of time, there are different things. People don't have even a phone to communicate. People don't have even cars, bikes to travel. People were not have people were not having so much resources. The society was not technologically developed. If you go in 1950, let's say you have traveled the time and you went to the past in 1950, and you are telling to the person that one day in 2025, in 21st century, we will be talking to the person sitting anywhere in the world. Like if you are sitting in India, you would be able to talk to someone who is sitting in United States of America. You would be able to not only talk, you would be able to see that person on your screen. Would that person believe you? That person will slap you and say what rubbish you are talking. How someone would be able to communicate? It takes months to travel to that. It's to travel to that state, to travel to that country, and you are saying that you would be able to talk to that person in seconds. How would it even be possible? Now if you go on to tell that person that one day we will have fighter jets, one day we will have this much speed, one day we will have this much connectivity, one day the human will fly, that person be believing? I don't think that person would be believing. If you go on to tell that person that there will be a time when everyone will be connected to everyone, even if that person do not know the person with whom he or she communicating, social media, that person won't believe. What I want to convey that as the time passes, the technology did exist, the possibility did exist, the potential did exist, but just because we were unable to observe that technology, we were unable to harness that technology at that point of time, we were saying that it's not possible. Now when we are looking at all these things happening in front of us, when we are actually witnessing it in front of us in the real life, we know that yes, it was the reality and it was always possible. Now after 70 years, when we would be completing this 21st century, means after 75 years, there will be a lot of changes in the way human lives, changes in the way human thinks, changes in the way we actually carry out everything. But if someone will come from the future and tell us, okay, it is the possibility, it is the kind of things that you will always have in the future, would you believe? You won't believe. Why? Because we have actually not thought about it. It's all about thinking, it's all about the mindset. If you are able to think about it, if you are able to visualize it, if you are able to actually imagine it in front of you, then only you would believe that yes, it is actually possible. If not, you would say it's not possible. So have this capability. What I want to say, what I want to make you understand is that there is always the possibility, there is always the space, the reason to do something. If there is a question and there is 5 answers to that question. It doesn't mean the 6th doesn't exist. 6th exists, 7th exists, 8th exists, 9th exists, 10th exists. Even the 20th answer to the same question exists. The 20th solution to the same problem exists. The 100th solution to that same problem exists. But just because we have not thought about it, just because we have not actually got it in our mind, it doesn't mean it does not exist. So always try to force you to look the different dimension. Always try to force you to look at different answer. Try to ask yourself, is it only the number of answers that I can get? Is it the only number of solutions that I can get? You will definitely get the answer. I think we have understood 5 or 6 different things. I don't remember. Now we would be understanding something which is really relatable to our life. The religion. How and why this topic has always been in existence. The human civilization, till the time the human made its existence, till the time we started civilizing ourselves, we started praying, we started believing, we started having our faith in something which is supernatural, we started having our belief in something which is not seen. And you would see thousands, not infinite number of debates on this single topic. Does God exist, or doesn't God exist, or does God exist? What is your opinion about God? You will be seeing that there is a different forms in which people pray to God in different forms. Different form of God is prayed in different forms, in different religion. But what actually the essence is, I have talked about it many times. I have also made the video on it, but I will be making crystal and clear today in front of you what actually the concept of God is. God is the supreme soul energy, and I, with my this simple or a small thinking, I won't be able to define God, right? In front of that existence, my existence is nothing. I don't even exist in front of him. He is the supernatural, the super energy, which can't be defined by anyone. Everyone can give his or her opinion, everyone can have the thought, everyone can have the definition regarding God, but God is someone, or God is some energy that you can't predict, that you can't actually define. Okay, this much amount of energy is what we call God's energy. It is infinite, it is eternal, and you won't be able to absorb it, you won't be able to digest it if it just appears in front of you. Just imagine something which is ruling not the planet, ruling not the galaxy, ruling not the galaxies, ruling not the stars. It is something which is ruling the universes. The whole universe is getting bound into that simple energy. How can someone go on to describe that energy? You can only predict, you can only feel. Now let's understand why people pray, why people believe in something. There are different religions in our society. There are different religions in the whole world. People go on to follow whatever religion they think it should be followed. They follow it according to their choice, according to their belief. They go on to follow the religion, and there is no restriction on following whatever kind of religion that you want to follow. In India, if I talk about specifically in India, there are peoples who follow Hinduism. I'm a Hindu, that's why I follow Hinduism. And there are people following Buddhism, there are people following Jainism, there are people following Christianity, there are people following Islam, and there are people following Judaism, there are people following so different religion all over the globe. This was the few specific religion that I told you people follow in India, right? And people pray, or people have their belief according to the thoughts that they have in their mind. But what I personally believe, that each and every kind of way that has been pursued by the human civilization to pray to God, or to have his faith in the God, it's always the same. The essence is same. It is something that you would also feel that in every kind of religion, the same thing has been taught, the same thing has been conveyed, the same thing has been studied, but in a different manner. Some people will say it's the messenger, some people say it's the energy, some people say it's something supernatural. Some people say it is something that has always existed. Some people say it is something that will always be existing. And if you go on to listen to all these arguments, you will find that yes, it is all pointing towards one single answer, and that one single answer is the supernatural thing, the super energy, something which is eternal, something which is ruling all, something which is infinite, something which can't be defined. Every year we are discovering something new, right? By using the science, we are trying to contemplate, we are trying to understand how the law of the universe actually exists, how the law of the universe actually governs the society, not governs only the society but the individual life as well, how everything is getting regulated. And believe me, you would be observing every next year we are making some discovery, every next year we are innovating something. What does it mean? It means it has always existed, but it has never been discovered. It's always existed, but it has never been in the reality. Just because someone goes on and observe it, make it, bring it into the reality, it doesn't mean that only in that phase of time, only at that instant, that specific thing exists. So as I was saying, that people have always believed, or people have always their faith in something which is supernatural. If you go on to understand the religion in the ancient time, you will find that there were people who were praying air, there were people who were praying mountains, there were people who were praying river, water, there were people who were praying sun's energy, there were people who were praying the motherland, there were people who were praying the natural resources, the natural forces, which was the natural forces or the natural resources which were making the life of the people easy, which were making the life of the people livable, right? Anything and everything which is absolute, anything and everything which is helping the human civilization to carry out their life. In front of that force, the human is nothing. We always pray that force, we always pray that energy, we always go on to have our belief in that, because we know without oxygen we can't live, without air we can't live, without water we can't live, without mountains the natural resources will not be balanced, and without rivers it will be completely dry, without oceans it will be completely dry, without land how we are going to put our foot, how our these human construction we are going to stand on which stuff, on which platform you are going to stand your building if you don't have land. Everything, any and every kind of natural resource that helped the human civilization to carry out the life has been prayed, has been believed in the ancient civilization. And as the time passes, we have made different form of god, we have actually prayed god in different forms. So if we have prayed that, if we have actually made our belief into something, we have stories regarding that, we have some sort of, you know, scriptures regarding that, we have books regarding that, we have writings regarding that. There are people who have predicted that okay, if you are able to look it, it exists, if you are unable to look it, it doesn't exist. In this category, there is the category of atheist comes, there is the category of believer, someone who believes, and there is someone who don't believe, call himself atheist. That person gives the argument that if you are able to see something, that it exists, if you are unable to see something, then it doesn't exist. Then the believer person always gives the example that are you able to see the air, but it exists? Are you able to see the emotions? Are you able to see the anger? Are you able to see the happiness? Are you able to see the sadness? You won't be able to see. You won't be able to see the sadness. You won't be able to see the happiness. You won't be able to see the anger. You won't be able to see the air. There are always something that can only be felt. There is this. These are the energies in different form, and you will never be able to observe the energy. You will never be able to observe the energy can only be felt. So if you want to feel that energy, you have to firstly believe in it, that yes, it actually exists, it actually exists in the real life. If you don't believe, how you are going to feel it? Are you able to see the air inside around me? You won't be able to see the air, because it is something which is which can't be observed with the naked eyes. It can only be felt. If there won't be any air, how would I be able to survive? How would I be able to inhale? How would I be able to get the oxygen? It means it exists, but just because we don't feel, just because we are unable to look it, there are some people who tells that it doesn't exist. If there are temples, if there are people who go on to believe, if there are people who go on to pray in the temple, if there are some rituals, if there are some books, if there are some philosophers, it means it has some meanings. It has been existing, and it means it is carrying some sort of essence in it. We must understand it. We can't just deny that it does not exist. We can't just deny that it do not even have, it do not even exist. We must understand, yes, we should not be focusing on superstition, we should not be promoting superstition, but what is right, whatever has its meaning, whatever has its essence, we must go on to believe in it. We must go on to actually understand that yes, it is actually happening. And even if you don't believe, even if you don't actually have your faith in it, that particular stuff will not get affected. If you don't believe that God exists, then God don't have to do anything with your belief. It The energy was existing, the energy is existing, and the energy will keep on existing. That supreme force were always operating the universe, the society, the life. It is operating the society and life, and it will keep on operating the society and life, irrespective of your belief. One thing gets very simple, one thing gets easy after believing, and that one thing is that you know that yes, it is happening for a reason, and it would happen, whatever the consequence would be, it would also be happening with a reason, with a cause, with a consequence. So when you understand this reason, cause and consequence, this effect, all these things understand, then you accept the things, right? And you go on to live the life as it comes. You don't actually panic, you don't actually make yourself at discomfort. But when you don't actually believe in it, you will keep on complaining with the life. You will always find that there is something wrong going on in your life. That's why you must have seen people who have utter belief, not in superstition but in their religion, people who have actually faith in God, people who have actually faith in supreme energy, the supreme soul. They are always calm and composed people. They always think, they always think with their mind. They don't get very emotional regarding something. They don't get pumped up in a minute, or they don't get disturbed in a second. They are always calm, composed. They are the people having lot of compassion, lot of empathy, and they are the people who actually find themselves at peace at the end of the day. So let's see how much time has been since we are speaking. Oh, it's 5:32. I have nearly spoken for 1 hour. It's only about to happen uh, after 4 minutes we would be completing this 1 hour session. I did not even realize that 1 hour has been passed. So now let us understand the topic, which is called the discipline, right? It is the random thing which is coming in my mind. There are many other topics that I can speak on, but the discipline is something which is coming in my mind, which is forcing me to put the words out in front of you all. That's why I'm going to speak on this term, that is discipline. And as I have said, that I don't want to sound motivational, I don't want to sound inspirational. Motivation is something which is illusion, right? It's the discipline, the dedication, which is the reality. You must have observed, you must have observed me saying many times discipline, many times consistency, many times determination, what actually this term means. And in this social media age, you must be also getting the reels in your feed regarding discipline and getting pumped up in those 15 seconds. But as the reel passes, that discipline also goes with that reel. That discipline should not be like that. See, as I have said, that we all live on this motherland earth with a purpose. We all have limited time. We don't have unlimited resources. We don't have unlimited time. We don't have unlimited stuff to put our mind or time or energies into something. We have to categorize. okay, that this is the thing that I am going to spend my time, this is the thing I am going to put my work, put my energy into that. But even if you do that work, even if you try to do that activity which you love doing, you won't be loving to do it every single day. Believe me, if you love writing, right? If you, let's say you have your heart in sports and you love playing cricket, but every single day, 7 days a week, you won't be feeling like practicing. You won't be feeling like go on and spend 5 hours in the field, 6 hours in the field, 2 hours running here and there, catching practice, batting practice, fielding practice. You won't be feeling like that. Some days you would be feeling very productive, and some days you would be feeling that okay, let's skip it. Let's not go today. Let's take a rest. Here comes the clutch. Here comes the problem. Do it even when you don't feel like doing it. Let me repeat it again. Do it even if you don't feel like doing it. Believe me, the outcome will not be the daily outcome will not be the same. Some days you would be able to find that okay, I have actually performed with 100% of my efficiency, and some days you would find that today I have performed only with 60% of my efficiency, and few days you would find that I have performed only 30% with my efficiency. See, there will be drop, right? Some days you will be at 100, some days you will be at 60, some days you will be at 40, some days you will be at 20. But when you are attempting every single day, it means you are trying to be better, you are trying to make it improve. There will be a day when you will have 20% efficiency and uh, you will feel like not doing it. You will feel like okay, let's take the rest. But if you are able to overcome this kind of lazy thought, if you are able to overcome this kind of mentality, then you will definitely be able to improve the next day. Let's say your average performance of every single day is 70%. Every day you are able to perform 70% with 70% of your efficiency. But there is today when you are not feeling like that you should do it, and you are giving your everything. Yeah, you are trying to do it, you are trying to improve it, but you are not getting the result. You are not feeling that fire from inside, you are not feeling that flare from inside, but still you are trying to do it, you are trying to do it, and at the end of the day you have found that only 20% result you are able to get. Earlier you were able to get 70%. Now you are only able to get 20% in spite of so much effort, in spite of so much time, in spite of so much energy. Should you be get depressed? Should you get demotivated? No. Come and try next day, and there is the possibility that next day you would drop to 10%. You have given your everything, you have given your energy, you have given your time, but the percentage which was 70, it dropped to 20, and then it will drop to 10. Dropping the percentage to 10, does it mean that you should not attempting that activity the next day? No, you should go on to attempt that activity, and there is the possibility that you will fall below that 10%. You will find that okay, earlier I have done 10%, today I am only able to do 5%, but still you have attempted, you have given your everything. See the percentage of falling. Some days you are at 100, then 70, then 50, then 10, then 5. Should you attempt? Yes, you would definitely. And this is what we call law of universe. This is what we call law of energy. When the universe tests you, when the God tests you, when the cosmos tests you, then it tests you this way. And you know what happens after that 5%? You will suddenly spike at 80%. Oh, from 5% you will rise at 80% suddenly. It doesn't happen suddenly. It is the reward that God has given you to keep on moving. It is the reward that God has given you, the cosmos has given you for your consistency. You have never achieved 80% earlier, but you kept on doing. Some days you were at 70, then 50, then 20, then 10, then 5. But every day you have attempted, and then after 5%, the magic happens and you rise to the 80%. And this is what we call magic in consistency. And you would only get this, you would only feel it if you go on to attempt it regularly. discipline will be boring. It will be really monotonous activity to do the same stuff every single day. You would feel like I'm the only person who is suffering, but at the end of the day you would feel like I'm the only person who is free. Discipline always gives you the chance to do other free things in the life. If you are not disciplined, it means you are trapped. You are trapped by the unnecessary things that goes in your mind. You are trapped by the surrounding. You are trapped by the thoughts of other people. And believe me, that life of trapping feels like hell. That life which has got trapped in something, in the influence of something, by the effect of something, that life literally feels hell. Someone who is disciplined, someone who is doing that activity every single day, at that specific day it may feel problematic, it may feel monotonous, it may feel boring, but after attempting that activity you will always have a sense of satisfaction. You will always have a sense of gratitude. You will always have a sense of gratefulness to the God that yes, I have actually attempted it, I have actually made myself to do it. So with the conclusion, I would just say, just do it, no matter what is going on in your life. It may be the emotional drama, it may be the kind of normal things that keep on happening. Keep everything aside, and that one activity should be performed every single day. That one activity should be done every single day. Let me show you the time. It's right now 5:40, and we have completed the session of 1 hour. I think it's been more than 1 hour, and I'm feeling good. I'm feeling confident right now because I have promised myself that I will be doing it, and I'm at this single pose from the last 1 hour, and I kept on speaking. I kept on telling you, I kept on enlightening you without taking even a pause, without taking even a stop. I have not drunk water. I have not taken any kind of hydrating material, which actually made my throat at ease. As it was the check of the endurance, it was the check of the capability that I have in me. I was always thinking that would I be able to attempt it? Would I be able to do it? Would I be able to think this much that I would be able to speak for 1 straight hour without taking the stop? But I have actually done it, and I always have this kind of belief that I may speak on anything that comes in front of me. I always have this belief that I can speak for hours, but I have never attempted. Right? It's the first time I have attempted to speak for 1 straight hour, and on different stuffs, on different topics, without preparing regarding that topic. I may have deviated a little bit, but I have not deviated completely. I have not spoken anything irrelevant. Everything that I have spoken has some weight in it. Everything that I have told you has some energy in it. And the topic that I have taken and the kind of thing that I was speaking, it may have some sort of different 40 to 30% difference, but it was not completely worthless. Even if it was not relating to the topic, it has some sense, it has some weight, it has some essence. If you would focus on that activity, if you focus on the words, the sentences that I have spoken, if you would find the essence, you would find that yes, the meaning, the sentence, the word has some weight in it. So as I have said that I have actually completed 1 hour, and I feel really grateful to you all, whoever has came in this live stream, who have actually listened to my words even for a minute, even for 10 seconds. If you have listened to me even for 5 seconds, 1 second, if one word of my one word of my thought, one word of my subconscious mind goes into your ear, you listen to it, I'm really grateful for that. And I may also not get views. I may not even there is a possibility that I may not get 10 views, 20 views, or 30 views. It doesn't count for me, right? These are the things which come secondary, right? I have not spoken for views, I have not spoken for likes, I have not spoken for the subs. I have spoken because I wanted to speak. It was the call of my heart. I wanted to stand properly. I wanted to have the word flow directly from my subconscious mind. I have tried to attempt it previous day, but I was facing some sort of technical glitch in my phone. That's why I was unable to attempt it, but it was in my heart, and that's why I have attempted it. That's why I have done it. Even if I get 10 views, even if I get 20, it will be okay. But I will always have this sense of satisfaction that I have promised myself to do it and I have done it, right? And it will always be the greatest reason, the greatest drive to do anything in your life. Sometimes you will get the applaud from the people, sometimes you will get the recognition from the people, and sometimes you don't get, you won't even get recognition. People will ignore you, people will reject you. But it should be the inner flare, it should be the inner fire that should be the driving factor, that should be the driving driving factor which should push you forward. And let me tell you one thing, when there would be no one to recognize you, the God is there to recognize you, the God is there to recognize your effort. And when the God is recognizing your effort, you don't need the recognition of anyone else. No one claps until everyone claps. So whatever you are doing, keep doing it. If your heart belongs to it, if you think that you must go on to do it, you should do it. You may not get recognized in 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4 day, 5 day, 6 day, 7 day. People may reject you, people may dislike you, people may just ignore you, people will make you feel like you are nothing. But still you are working on it, working on it every single day, every single year, every single month, every single week. And there will be a specific day when it will suddenly get burst up, it will suddenly light up, and that brightness which will come after so many years will be really worth it. And at that day you will feel grateful to your own self, the previous self, for not giving up, grateful to the God, grateful for every kind of situation, every kind of obstacle, every kind of problem that actually made you the person who you are today. So I'm going to end this live stream. Whoever has came in this live stream, whoever commented, I don't know have I got any kind of comment or not, have I got any kind of views, because I am at the back side of the camera. I will be looking at those things after I would be completing this, I would be ending it. But as I have said, that feeling good, feeling satisfied, my throat is, my vocals are getting dry. So the very first thing that I am going to do after ending this stream is to drink water. I'm really feeling thirsty. Let me see the time, what the actual time is, so that I can have the track later. Let me show you the time. It's 5:46 right now, if you are able to see. 5:46, and I think we have started at 4:40 or 4:35. I don't actually remember, but it was a great session with you all, guys. If you have listened to me, you must have got something to think about. And whatever I have listened, if you have noted it down, it would be really helpful to you. If you have actually understood it, if you have actually jotted it down on the paper, you have actually taken the note, try to apply it in your life. Because if you just listen and forget, it won't make any sense. But if you are able to apply it in your life, if you are able to actually use it to change your life, it would be really, it would be really making sense, it would be really making sense, and it would have the meaning then. That's all I have to say. Thank you so much for listening me, whoever is listening to me till now, or whoever has came into the stream. We would meet again after some times. Till then, stay awesome, stay productive, and be blessed. God is great. Thank you.